They call it a silent epidemic. Loneliness. You might think loneliness only affects your mood, a quiet sadness, a passing discomfort. But after 60, loneliness becomes far more dangerous. It's not only emotional, it's physical. It changes hormones, chips away at memory centers, and speeds up the very wiring of your brain. Today, we'll walk through 7 clear ways loneliness ages the brain, the science behind each one, the real-life effects, and realistic steps you can take right now to protect your mind. No fear, no panique, just practical, research-backed steps that work.
Section 1. Definition and why it matters. First, what exactly is loneliness? Loneliness is not the same as being alone. You can be surrounded by people and still be lonely. Loneliness is a subjective gap, the difference between the social contact we want and the contact we actually have. Why does this matter for the brain? Because humans are social animals. Our brains evolved in networks, families, small groups, communities. Social connection is a basic biological need, not a luxury. When that need goes unmet, the brain registers it as threat. Neural alarm systems activate, stress hormones rise, and immune signaling changes. Over months and years, those changes leave physical traces. Smaller hippocampi, weaker prefrontal activity, fewer active neural pathways for memory and planning. In short, loneliness is not just painful, it's aging. Section 2. Chronic stress and hormonal effects. One of the clearest pathways from loneliness to brain aging is stress. Chronic loneliness elevates cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. In short bursts, cortisol helps us survive danger. But when it stays high for months or years, it becomes toxic to the brain. High cortisol attacks the hippocampus, the memory hub. Animal studies and human MRI scans show prolonged cortisol exposure shrinks hippocampal volume. That means worse memory encoding, weaker recall, and slower learning. At the same time, cortisol suppresses the prefrontal cortex, responsible for focus and decision-making. The result: forgetfulness, poor planning, and emotional instability. A lonely person may feel more easily overwhelmed, not from weakness, but because their brain chemistry has shifted.
Section 3. Neural pruning and loss of stimulation. The brain is economical. It prunes in used circuits. In youth, that's helpful. It sharpens learning. But later in life, when social contact declines, pruning removes too much. Every conversation, shared laugh, and problem solved together keeps networks alive. Social interactions activate memory, language, emotion, and executive control areas at once. That's powerful neural exercise. When those interactions disappear, the brain stops training. Synapses weaken. Dendritic spines shrink. The result, visible on scans, is a brain that functions older than its years. Long-term studies confirm it. Older adults with low social engagement decline faster on memory tests and reaction time, even after adjusting for diet, income, and education. Use it or lose it.
Section 4. Inflammation, immune changes and mood. Loneliness alters the immune system. Scientists call it the conserved transcriptional response to adversity. In plain terms, loneliness changes which genes immune cells switch on. That shift triggers inflammation, the body's alarm mode. High inflammation harms brain cells, slows neuroplasticity, and increases the risk of depression. It's a vicious loop. Isolation raises inflammation. Inflammation drains motivation. And less motivation deepens isolation. Breaking this cycle requires both emotional and physical healing, reconnecting socially and improving sleep, diet, and movement. Section 5. Real-life impacts. Daily function, safety and memory. Beyond biology, loneliness reshapes daily life. People who are isolated are more likely to miss appointments, take medications irregularly, or ignore health warning signs. That increases vulnerability and speeds cognitive decline. Memory loss shows up first: misplaced keys, forgotten names, repeated stories. These small lapses quietly erode confidence and independence. Because isolation hides symptoms, families often notice late, when intervention is harder. Safety becomes a concern. Falls or medical emergencies may go unnoticed for hours or days. Simple check-ins or community watch programs can prevent tragedy. Section 6. Reversibility. How connection rebuilds the brain. Here's the hopeful part. Many of loneliness's effects on the brain are reversible. Even in advanced age, the brain retains plasticity, the ability to rewire and recover. Seniors who join group activities, from walking clubs to choirs to volunteering, often show improved memory and even measurable increases in hippocampal volume. Social engagement activates multiple brain systems at once: emotion, movement, language, empathy. That complex stimulation boosts BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, the molecule that fuels neuron growth and repair. Small steps matter most. A weekly call, a shared meal, a routine walk with a neighbor. Consistency builds new neural connections.
Section 7. Practical strategies to fight loneliness. Here are 7 practical steps to strengthen both brain and connection. Keycap 1. Schedule the first call. Pick one person. Set a weekly 15-minute chat. Rituals matter more than duration. Keycap 2. Join a small group. Book clubs, walking groups, or community classes. Small circles create deeper bonds. Keycap 3. Move together. Exercise releases endorphins and connects minds through shared rhythm. Keycap 4. Use tech wisely. Video calls and tablets keep faces familiar even when mobility drops. Keycap 5. Volunteer. Helping others restores purpose, and purpose protects the brain. Keycap 6. Reduce inflammation. Prioritize sleep, anti-inflammatory foods, and daily movement. Keycap 7. Ask for help early. If memory or mood changes, see a doctor. Early support has the best outcomes. Start with 1. Repeat it. Consistency, not perfection, rewires the mind. Conclusion and call to action. Loneliness is not a personal failure. It's a public health issue, one that quietly erodes memory, mood, and independence. But it is solvable. Connection rebuilds the brain. It lowers stress, reduces inflammation, and restores learning pathways. It adds years, not just to life, but to life with meaning. So today, take one small step. Call someone. Join something. Share a meal. If this video helped, and share it with someone who might need it. A single message can restart a life-changing connection. Stay connected. Stay vital.